English class brought to you by Verbling.com. Verbling.com is where you can connect and practice with a native speaker instantly. In no time at all, Verbling.com is going to become the Facebook of language learning online, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. My name is Geoff Watson. I am originally from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, but I am now living and working in South America, in the country Chile, and I am learning Spanish. So I am not only an English teacher, some experience teaching English, but I am also a language learner just like you. And this hour, we're just going to do some reading. I have found some information on the internet about grapes, the fruit, grapes. So I know that for many of you, grapes, table grapes, are a very popular fruit, very expensive and special. And also grapes are, of course, perhaps best known for the fact that they are the main ingredient in making wine. And so I have several different stories. I'm sorry I was working so hard to upload this document to the Verbling.com site, but I'm still having technical problems. The Verbling.com people are working hard to solve that problem. But I will be using the screen share so that you will be able to read the document. All right, and so what I wanted to ask people is, do they eat a lot of fruit? What's their favorite fruit? Do they make desserts with it? Do they make fruit salads? Is fruit expensive, or is it quite affordable where you live? And then, of course, do you like grapes? Do you drink grape juice? And do you like drinking wine? All right. And so anything to do with fruit or grapes. Ahmed, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, Hamid. Okay. No, yes. But sorry, I asked about Ahmed.
Sorry.
Abdul.
Yeah, hi. Good evening,
yes,
everybody.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Kuwait.
Good, great. And so fruit is expensive in Kuwait?
Sorry?
Fruit? Fresh fruit
Fruits.
Is expensive?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's depend on the where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly it's expensive, yes.
Yeah. And so what?
Yeah, because you know. Yeah, because you know the GCC Gulf countries, it's the climate's very difficult to plant fruits. So they are depending on the import the fruits from outside, which is cost a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And just to let you know, in English, it's more common to refer to the item as fruit. We don't necessarily use fruits with the S. It's more common. So personally, I would say I'm going to go and buy, it's a fruit and vegetable stand, or I'm going to go buy some fruit and vegetables. Yeah. All right. And so is there some fruit that you enjoy, that you buy most regularly?
Yes, especially which is imported from like France, like apple. There is chiefly apple. It's called here. There is mango, which is coming from Africa. There is some grapes, which is coming from Europe and from Egypt as well. There is here you can find fruits anytime, whole the year.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yes. Great. Excellent. And thank you, and welcome. And Emilia, are you there?
Do you
Now
hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay.
Hello.
Good.
Where are you connecting from?
Morocco.
Okay, great. And so, what kind of fruit do you eat? And do you like grapes?
Yes. I also like apples, oranges, and a little bit of everything.
And what grows locally? What kind of fruit trees do you have where you live?
I would say it's oranges.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the citrus fruit.
Excuse me?
Well, we refer to all of those fruits as citrus fruits. So, do you
Okay.
have, for example, lemons and limes?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Do you know what grapefruits
Uh,
are?
yes.
Okay. And so we call those citrus fruits. And actually, or citrus fruit. And actually, in Canada, that's one of the types of fruit that we don't have. We don't have oranges or lemons or limes or grapefruit. All right, great.
Actually, Morocco is very known for fresh fruits and vegetables,
Ah,
and that's a
fantastic.
good thing.
Yeah,
Suppose.
absolutely. Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Hamid,
Yes.
so
Uh,
do you introduce yourself and do you like eating fruit?
yes, I am Hamid from Turkey. I like everything for fruit, but it's banana, my
Ah,
favorite
okay.
fruit.
And those are imported.
Yes, and I am lucky country because my country grow all of kind fruits.
Okay. Like what, for example?
For example, apple, plum, peach, apricot,
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah.
also grapes too.
Okay. And is wine popular in Turkey?
It depends on the place. In my city, no popular. Maybe you can guess. It is religious things.
Right. For drinking alcohol, you mean?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Great. Thank you. And Lorenzo, hello.
Yes,
Nice to
hello.
see you again. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
And so, how about fruit, grapes, wine? What do you
Yeah,
think?
you are touching a delicate place. I'm from Italy,
Yes.
and I'm from Puglia. It's the region where we have in Puglia, I think, the best grapes on the world.
Ah. Now this is table grapes, is what we say for eating
Yes,
as
yes,
fruit.
yes. Table
Ah.
grapes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And
We make a lot of wine, but we have much more grapes, table grapes, and
that's a bigger
it's very
industry.
delicious, and it's very cheap in our for us it's cheap.
Yeah.
But now just now right now I'm in England, for example,
Oh, okay.
and if I want to eat that grape here I need to spend a lot of money.
Yeah. No.
It seems
And
like a luxury. It's strange for me, you know.
yeah. Okay. No. Good. Something that was local and cheap is now a luxury.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Well, a lot of
It's a
those
luxury.
fruits, obviously in Canada, especially during the winter, all of the fruit is imported and quite expensive. So yeah, it's definitely a
Yes.
luxury. All right, and then welcome. And Marcia, is she on the run? Hi.
Yes.
It looks like you're walking somewhere.
No, I can't walking. I visited my uncle yesterday. I can stay.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Perfect.
All right. So, do you enjoy buying and eating fruit?
A lot. I really enjoy. I'm from Brazil.
Oh, great. Okay.
In there, we have a lot of different types of fruit.
Yeah.
But
different
I'm
types of fruit.
living in UK. I think here they only grow pear, apple,
Pears, apples.
pears, apples.
Yeah. No, it's and they probably have, or in Britain they have poor fruit growing conditions. So
Yes.
yeah.
Because the
Apples are,
weather,
yeah.
terrible.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm with you on that. Okay. Excellent. And then Mario. Hello, Mario.
Hello, Geoff. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
We're going to
Okay.
be reading a story about a lost grape from
Yeah.
France, from the Bordeaux region. So yeah.
Oh, great, great. So I'm Mario. I'm living in France, and I love to eat fruit generally, but I like to use this seasonal fruit, especially. I don't like to buy fruit when they're out of season.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and oranges, all kind of citrus fruit, kiwi. I don't know. Same in English, kiwi?
Yes.
Okay.
This is kiwi. Is I think it originally came from China, but kiwi fruit. That's kiwis is a nickname for people from New Zealand, and New Zealand first marketed the fruit successfully. So yeah,
Okay.
I think that's where it comes from.
Okay, and I also like banana, mangoes, and pineapple. This is my favorite fruit.
But those are a little more expensive. They're imported. And
Yes,
more
they're
expensive.
imported. They're coming from my country because I'm from the French Guyanese, so
great.
just under the West Indies.
Yeah, good.
So yeah.
And Hamid has put some information about the kiwi bird, which is one of those flightless birds that lives in New Zealand. And so and so when we talk about New Zealanders, people, we say kiwis.
Okay.
and the fruit. And so good. Marwa, are you there? Marwa Ben Isa?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Good evening. You're listening to me.
Your sound is quite poor. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for that. Is it clear now?
Well, it's unfortunately your connection is very, very unclear. I'm sorry. See if you can improve your connection, or perhaps change the microphone.
Is it better now?
I'm sorry. I can understand what you're saying. So please tell us, where are you from?
So I am from Tunisia.
Okay, Tunisia. And what are the popular kinds of fruit that people buy in Tunisia?
Let's say apple, orange, pears, peach. It depends on the season.
Okay, apples, oranges, pears,
for now it's
peaches.
especially apples and oranges. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to move on to the next person. See if you can improve your connection.
Okay, I'll try.
Thank you. Oh, that was a little better at the end. Salah,
yes.
Are you there? Yes. Hello. Welcome.
How are you, teacher?
I'm fine. Thank you. Where are you connecting from?
Yeah, I'm connecting from Spain, but I'm from Morocco.
Aha. And so I wanted. Do you participate in the custom of eating grapes on New Year's Eve?
No.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you know of it?
Yes, because my husband is Spanish.
Oh, okay. And so what does he do?
eat 12 grapes.
Okay. Now, sorry, could you explain it a little more for us? This is on New Year's Eve.
Yes, in New Year's Eve, people in Spain or all Christian people must eat 12 grapes.
Okay. I don't know if it's in many other places other than Spain. I think it's in Spain, but and then
Just in Spain?
I think in Spain, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And as the clock or as the bell
Yes.
is chiming, they
Yes,
have to eat one grape every time.
the last 12 bells.
Right. Right. Excellent. So, and
Okay,
what is your?
I'm from Morocco,
Mhm.
which is rich of fruit.
Mm-hmm. Rich in fruit.
We have, for example, plum, apple, melon, grapes, banana.
Really? Ah, okay.
Yes, because of its weather.
Okay. All right, great. Because of the climate.
Yes, the climate. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. Thank you. And then Yasin. Yasin.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Where are you connecting from, and what are your comments about fruit or specifically grapes?
Okay, I'm from Turkey. Almost all fruits growing up in Turkey, I think.
Okay, right.
Especially, I like watermelon and melon.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And are there does Turkey export fruit to the rest
Yeah,
of Europe? Mm-hmm.
yeah. In Europe and Russian export.
Okay. Russia.
Russia.
Yeah. Okay. So you grow a variety of fruit. Okay. Excellent. All right. So let's get started with our reading. And what I'd like to do is bring up the document on the screen share. And again, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to upload it to the site. And so here it is. And we'll just take some short turns reading, and we'll stop to get some comments from people. And so, Ahmed, could you read our title or the title that I wrote, and then the title of the article?
Yes, sure. Grapes are extremely popular as fruit and the main ingredient of wine. Let's read about this fruit that was cultivated 1,000 of years ago. We like Big and Jesse, who our table grapes got so fat.
Okay.
Okay.
Teacher, sorry, I can't see the screen.
Okay, and now if people, there's one of the images at the bottom of the screen is the text. If you click on that image, it should move that video image up to the main screen.
Yes, but I can't.
Okay, I'm so sorry, and I wasn't able to upload the document, and so I'm so sorry. Try to see if you can get the image so that you can see it on the Google Hangout. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really have any suggestions for you. Sorry. And now this is, so I wrote this, and just that there is evidence that grapes were cultivated thousands of years ago. And this title is We Like 'em Big. And this is not an official word in English, obviously, but it equals them. It stands for them. So this is how we naturally pronounce that word. We like 'em big and juicy, meaning the table grapes, and M stands for them. It's like an unofficial contraction. And so here are some of the table grapes. These are the famous Thompson seedless table grapes. And Ahmed, can you take a look at this picture and tell me what this is?
Super sweet, big ass grapes, 3.49. Oh no.
Yeah, no, sorry. So this is from the United States. So it would be $3.49 a pound.
Yeah.
That's what we would say. And you can see the grapes are absolutely enormous. They're bigger than strawberries, and big ass is vulgar. It's not polite, but it's a funny slang way of talking about something that's really, really big. So super sweet, big ass grapes.
Yeah.
Right? And we have another picture here. Could you explain this picture here?
Oh my God. There's some rice, as I guess, and what this? Small corn and some meat.
Good. I think we say baby corn.
Baby corn, right? Yes, exactly. And this I guess it's orange or kind of citrus.
Right, that could be a mandarin. A mandarin.
Yeah, mandarin. Yeah, mandarin, exactly. And I think there is some chicken slices.
Okay.
And,
maybe some noodles.
Yeah, maybe. And what this brown? I don't know what's called.
Yeah, I think these are the grapes.
These grapes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think it's. Let me. No, I think it's
no,
something
they're
other.
really big. These might be beans, green beans in the middle, and there are some seeds sprinkled on the rice, maybe roasted sesame seeds. But yeah, those are the big grapes. So this is a dinner or a meal for a child, I think. Here is a tourist. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to move on. But a tourist posing with the big grapes. So then we're going to move on.
It's not, Joe, I think it's not natural.
No.
It's, I think, genetic. By genetic, they made it huge like that.
Oh, okay, absolutely. No, I'm glad you're impressed by the pictures, and we're going to read about how they make these table grapes so big. All right, and Emilia, could you please read the first paragraph for us?
Okay. It's not secret that many Americans have a fetish for big food. Whether it's a triple-decker cheeseburger or a 128-ounce big gulp, some portions in the US have gotten freakishly large, but none of our supersizing is unhealthy.
Okay, great. And so Americans are known for loving huge portions of food. And so some of these popular fast food items like a triple-decker cheeseburger and a big gulp is a huge soda, 128 fluid ounces. Excuse me, it's very big. And supersizing is sort of a slang term for making meals really, really big. Right, thank you. I'm going to move on to Hamid. Could you read the next paragraph, please?
And Geoff, I found your source website. Can I share for Verbling chat screen?
Well, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, great. Yeah, of course. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay.
From NPR. Yes.
Yes. Americans also like big fruit, especially grapes, and California farmers go to great lengths to get grapes as fat and firm as possible, including spraying them with hormones and even scraping off a chunk of the grapevine's trunk.
Okay, great. And so these are the two techniques that are used to get the fruit to grow so big that this expression, to go to great lengths, is quite common in English. You'll hear it again. That means to make an extra effort or do a lot of extra work to try and get some results. And they want the fruit to be big, in other words, fat and firm. Okay, so they do use hormones, but we'll talk about that. And let's move on. Julissa, hello, welcome.
Hi, yes, thanks.
So I know that table grapes are grown in Peru.
Table grapes? What are they?
Yeah.
Big grapes?
Yes, that are eaten as fruit.
Yes, yes.
And then, of course, you're growing grapes for wine and for pisco.
Yes, that's right.
So could you please read this paragraph for us?
Okay. Take, for instance, the classic Thompson seedless. When left to its own devices, the vine produces green grapes that are quite small, 1 to 2 grams each, or about the weight of a dime, says viticulturist Matthew Fidelibas of the University of California.
Yeah, great. And to be left to your own devices, this is another term that's used quite often in English, and it means that it's to allow someone to do something themselves, not to help. Sorry, just figure out not to help or try and interfere with what someone does. So these grapes, if they grow naturally, are quite small, only 1 to 2 grams each. So the farmers, now this is the procedure of girdling. A girdle is a traditional garment worn by women that makes their waist slim. It's quite a restrictive garment, sort of worn here to make that shape in a woman's body traditionally. I don't think many women wear girdles anymore. But this is the name of the technique, scraping off some of the bark. So I'll just move this down so that we can read this. And the next person is Lorenzo. Please, go ahead.
Yes. Put a girdle on that vine by scraping off a small section of the grapevine's trunk. A farmer in California hopes to fatten up the fruit growing at the top.
And could you read the next little paragraph, please?
Yes. But with the help of a few horticultural tricks, the berries plump up nearly fivefold. They also get firmer and more cylindrical. Fidelibus says that means a higher price per pound and greater profits for farmers.
Okay, great. And so this is one of the techniques that they use to get the fruit to grow larger. So fairly natural process. They are interfering with the plant, but it's yeah, all right. And so how do farmers get that extra junk in the grape's trunk? This is a joke that's too difficult to explain. It comes from a popular song. And so we're just talking about getting the grapes to be bigger. And Marcia, are you there? And did she just leave? Okay, I'm going to move on. Oh, there she is. Marcia, hello? No. Okay, so Mario, please, could you read this paragraph for us?
Okay. Many use an ancient and slightly barbaric practice called girdling, which forces the plant to put all its food and energy into making fruit. Plants have 2 types of pipes in their stems, the xylem.
I think this is, yeah, xylem.
Xylem, okay, and the
phloem.
Phloem.
I'm not sure of the pronunciation, sorry.
Okay. Okay, the xylem pumps water to the leaves from the roots, while the phloem sends food from the leaves back down to the roots.
Okay, so I hope people understand that. They have two types of pipes or tubes, the plants. So one tube sends water up to the top of the plant from the roots, and the other tubes sends food, I guess primarily sugars, down to the roots. Okay, and Marwa, are you there? Is your sound better? Okay, and so I thank you, Marwa. Oh, you were there? Okay, I'm going to go on. Yasin?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
here.
Could you please read these two paragraphs for us?
Okay, firstly, I can say my Wordling page, sometimes my Wordling page is frozen.
Okay.
Okay, now I can see. If you cut off the phloem's flow, all the sugar and energy stays up top, where the fruit is growing. So the berries get plumper. That's exactly how girdling works. Farmers strip off a section of the trunk's
phloem.
What?
Well, I'm not sure of the official pronunciation, but phloem.
Phloem. Okay, thank you. Phloem. Stopping sugars from moving down to the roots. The phloem sits right underneath the bark, so farmers can easily remove it without hurting the xylem deeper inside the stem.
Yeah, and I think xylem.
Xylem.
Okay, great. And I'm sorry, Marwa, but you'll have to keep your microphone muted. I'm so sorry, but we're hearing a huge amount of background noise from your connection. So I'm sorry. So that's how it works. Is there a student that would like to repeat what girdling is? Who would like to just quickly? Who would like to quickly explain the procedure? And plump is just another word for fat.
Yeah,
Anyone? Yes.
I think what they do is that they cut or they take off the phloem. That is a tube, right?
Yes, these are the tubes or vessels.
They cut or maybe they close some part of this tube, so then the sugar stays up of the trunk, and the sugar doesn't go to the root, so it stays up, and that's why the fruit gets bigger or sweet, very sweet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So the plant has no choice. It has all the sugar will stay at the top, and it has to put it into fruit production. All right, great. So we're back. We're back with Hamid.
Yeah. They call this girdling because it's just like the for-fitting garment. They cut most in circle the entire trunk for it to work. The practice goes all the way back to the ancient Greeks, when the father of botany, the Frestos.
Sorry. Please continue.
Wrote about girdling stems, shoving. Screen, it's not clear for me. Shoving metal pigs into pear trees, and other way to punching plants to quick fruits production. Shakespeare even mentions girdling in his play Richard II.
Yeah, and we would say in English Richard II. And I think the author is joking, but he's talking about punishing or hurting the plants, injuring the plants to quicken fruit production. But here is a picture of the difference that it makes. And so
Oh my God.
an amazing difference in the size and amount of fruit production after girdling. This is an old traditional photograph taken from, 1931. Yeah. So it's a technique that is hundreds and hundreds of years old. Emilia, I'm sorry, could you read the first two paragraphs for us?
Okay. 1931 horticultural pamphlet from the University of California shows how girdling boosts grape size and quality. The vine heals itself after a few weeks, so it doesn't hurt the plant's health. And although girdling is very labor-intensive, Fidelibus says farmers get the return of their investment. It can increase berry size 10 to 30%.
Okay, good, thank you. I thought it increased the berry size more. Fivefold they talked about before, but so maybe there's a little bit of inconsistent information, but great. So boosts means to increase, and then the plant heals itself very quickly in a few weeks. It is very labor intensive, so it requires a lot of work and a lot of people to work long hours, but they get a return on their investment. So they invest money in doing the procedure, and their fruit is much more valuable. All right. And so now comes another technique. So the girdling is more of a natural technique that is hundreds, if not thousands of years old. Well, they said it was thousands of years old, going back to ancient Greece. And so, Hamid, could you please read these two selections, please?
Okay. To pump up the fruit even further, farmers turn to a more common trick, hormone therapy. Just as sex hormones are used to fatten up beef cattle, a plant hormone called gibberellic acid can beef up berries. Grapes are so distantly related to humans that their hormones don't raise concerns about how they might affect us.
Okay, so they're saying that these hormones that they use, sex hormones or plant hormones, to increase the size of the berries of the grapes, that is completely safe and natural. And people, unfortunately, do use hormones with cattle. Beef cattle are the animals that are raised to produce meat. We only have the word cattle in English to describe the animal. The male is a bull and the female is a cow. And to beef up something, we often use that. It's used as a slang term in North American, meaning to increase or make something bigger or stronger. So you say if a special person is coming to visit, we need to beef up security to make security stronger, that kind of thing. All right, and so let's move on. And the next person, Julissa, could you please read this?
Yes, I wanted to ask you because I didn't
Sure.
pay attention. What's the meaning of pump up?
To pump up means to increase. Well, now, literally, to pump up a tire means to use an air pump to put pump into a tire of a car or a bicycle. And so to pump up something means to inflate something. But it's also used in slang terminology to make something bigger. And so, weightlifters are trying to pump up their muscles. And these farmers who grow grapes are trying to pump up the fruit to make it bigger. But really, this is slang terminology, American slang. But good question.
Thanks. Okay, I'll continue. But these hormones have a big impact on growing food. Farmers can even control the shape of the berries. Gibberellic acid makes the grapes long and cylindrical, while other chemicals can give them a rounder physique.
Okay, so they can actually control the shape of the fruit with different chemicals or hormones. And physique is usually used to describe people. He is using the words that we describe people to describe the grapes. All right, and then back to you, Lorenzo. Could you read this next paragraph, please?
Yes. California classifies plant hormones as pesticides.
Yeah,
but
we say
Fidelibus-
pesticides.
Pesticides. Okay. Pesticides. But Fidelibus says that's just a legal definition. It's not at all toxic to people, he tells the Salt. Gibberellic acid is widely used in agriculture, and seeds make it naturally, so people would be eating it anyway.
All right, and so he's saying it's a pesticide. Calling it a pesticide is just a legal definition. The Salt is, I think, the name of a magazine or a news group, and so this was an interview. And so it's widely used in agriculture, and there is no danger in it because it's found naturally in the fruit anyways. All right, and so Marcia, are you there?
Yes.
Good. Could you please read this paragraph for us?
Okay. Fidelibus also points out that some seeded grapes, like red globes, naturally have big fruit. And the United States Department of Agriculture has been working for decades to breed low-maintenance seedless varieties. A few years ago, the Autumn King variety was released, putting hormone-treated Thompson seedless to shame. Fidelibus says the king can produce round, plump grapes weighing nearly 10 grams each. No girdles?
Girdles?
Yes, but I can't see more.
Required. No girdles required.
Required.
Okay. So this other type of grape, we actually saw a photograph of it. The red globes naturally has big fruit. The grapes are very big. And just pronunciation, agriculture, decades, breed, and variety, and weighing.
Weighing.
Yeah, and so those were the really sweet, big-ass grapes that we saw earlier, the red globes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, great. And so that's the end of the story. And so I just wanted to then quickly get a comment. Well, actually, let's move on because I have another article that's quite interesting. But so just quickly then to move to the top of the document, you've got the Thompson seedless grapes, which are the traditional table grapes that need a lot of labor. These are the red globes, I'm sure, grapes. But these have seeds in them, so they're less popular. But they're really, really big fruit. And yeah, just amazing production, fruit production with the girdling technique. And they're using plant hormones to get the fruit to grow bigger. Yes, a comment?
Excuse me, Geoff.
Yes,
I have to
go
go
ahead.
because I have some
okay.
friend that come in visit me. Okay, so see you next time. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
great. Thank you. Thank you for saying goodbye. All right, and now what we're going to do is talk about a wine grape, and unfortunately, our person who is living in France is left. So here are some Chilean grapes. This is the Carmené, I think is how it's pronounced, grape. And when people describe the flavor of wine, they use a lot of different vocabulary to describe the flavor of wine. So they say cherry, they say spice, they talk about tobacco, they talk about taste of leather, of smoke, of cocoa, of bell pepper, and other sort of herbaceous flavors, even a mushroom or earthy flavor. And so people kind of go crazy when they describe the flavor of wine. It becomes very, very complicated. All right. And so let's continue with this next story. And Marwa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, okay. Please go ahead and read the title, please.
Okay, with pleasure. The story of Carmener is the stuff of which wine and legends are made. I continue.
Yeah, please.
Carmener was born in Bordeaux and thought to be extinct after outbreaks.
Yeah, and maybe somebody muted her. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marwa. I'm sorry, Marwa, but your sound quality is just very poor. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And is this? Oh, Richard. Hello, Richard. Welcome. Richard Sanchez? We can't hear you, Richard. You'll need to turn on your microphone. You may need to click on the image that's on the screen, on the Google Hangout screen. I'll give you a minute to try and get your connection working. Back to you, Hamid. Could you start from the beginning, please, and read that for us?
Okay. The story of Carmeners is the stuff of which wine legends are made. Carmeners was born in Bordeaux.
We say Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. This is one in Portugal?
No, this is a region in France.
Okay. Bordeaux, and thought to be actually the screen. It's sometimes coming.
Yeah. Okay.
And sometimes it's not clear.
Okay.
Extinct after outbreaks of odium, and then they
yeah.
Phylloxera.
Yeah. Fine.
The phylloxera epidemic in the
we say 1800s.
1800s, which whipped out a good portion of the wine, grape vineyards of Europe. Thought
Okay.
why,
Maybe I'll get you to stop there. Thank you. And so this is the story of the Carmené grape is the stuff which legends are made of. So I know that I changed that phrase a little bit, but you'll hear that generic phrase. That's the stuff of which legends are made. And so that's a very popular phrase. So Bordeaux is a very famous wine growing region in France. And this variety of grapes was thought to be totally extinct. after there were two diseases. These, I think, are molds and funguses that almost wiped out, which means eliminated or completely destroyed the wine-growing grapes or the wine grape vineyards of Europe in the 1800s. And they're saying that that was quite a traumatic event for Europe. Okay, so they thought that that grape disappeared in the 1800s. All right, and so Diego, hello. Diego, are you there? So you will need to unmute your microphone. I just want to go back while I have a chance. Richard, do you have your microphone working? Richard Sanchez? Okay, I'm sorry, we don't hear either of you. You need to look on the screen, the Google Hangout screen. At the top right-hand corner, there is an image of a microphone. You need to click on that to activate the microphone. Emilia, could you read some more of this text for us, please? Emilia, are you there? No. Okay. And so I'm going to move on to Hamid. Are you there?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
I am
okay.
here.
All right, go ahead, please.
Can you say the beginning of sentence?
Yeah. Now, this is not from the same source, though, Hamid. This is from a different source.
Yes, I know. Can you say the beginning?
Though widely thought to be. Do you see it at the top?
Yes, yes,
okay.
Yes. Though widely thought to be able to help produce high-quality wines, Carmenère was pretty much abandoned in France in favor of varieties that were less susceptible to disease, ripened more consistently, and produced better yields. But Carmenère was not dead. Plantings were transported from France to South America along with vineyard workers looking for more gainful employment at the time. Just prior to phylloxera outbreak, for almost...
sorry, okay. I'm going to get you to stop. Oh, no, please continue then.
Okay. Yeah. For almost 100 years, the vine thrived in Chile and was thought to be Merlot. It was discovered in the mid-1990s to actually be the lost grape Carmenère.
Okay, great. And so this is the interesting part of the story. So just before the outbreak or damage caused by this disease, which I think is a mold or a fungus, some of these grapevines were transported to South America by vineyard, we say vineyard workers looking for more gainful employment, which means good jobs, making more money. And then the plant was wiped out and abandoned in Europe. And so it was transported to South America just in time before it went extinct and was eliminated from in Europe. So for almost 100 years, it thrived, is the pronunciation, thrived. So it grew very, very successfully in Chile, but it was thought to be a different type of grape, Merlot. And it wasn't until the 1990s, so it was something like 1994, that it was actually identified to be the lost grape of Europe, Carmenère. Okay, and so here are some pictures of the wine grape growing area in Chile. And so, great. And I'm going to move on to Julissa. Could you please read the 2 paragraphs for us?
Yes. So now we have a legendary Bordeaux grape, long considered extinct, thriving in the new wine world and growing on its own, ungrafted rootstock. So what's the trouble? Well, in my experience, the tale spun about the lost grape Carmenere is a lot more compelling than the wine that Carmenere is actually producing.
Okay, great. And so I may actually go on. I wanted to show a short little YouTube video, but in this person's opinion, the wine produced by this grape is not particularly good. And so he finds the story about the grape more interesting than the wine. And kind of France's reaction was, so what? You can keep it. We didn't want to continue producing wine with that grape anyways. All right, and so I'm going to move my document down, and I would like to show the. And I'm just gonna get that person. Yeah. Okay. So Diego, I'll ask you to keep your microphone muted. Thank you. And then I'm going to get a link for a YouTube video that I would like to show about this wine. Now, this is somewhat advanced. It's just a person talking about the wine. And again, that person needs to keep their microphone muted, please. And let's see if we can get that YouTube video playing, just so that you can hear a native speaker describing what this wine tastes like. Okay. All right, great. And so Chile has done a very good job marketing the wine produced by this grape as the amazing long-lost grape from Europe. All right, and so we just have a little bit of time to get some final comments from people. And so, Lorenzo, what do you think?
Well, I didn't know all those things about wine and grapes. Very interesting.
Yeah, and so is there a famous wine grape or a famous wine that's produced in your part of the country?
In my part of the country, there is a famous wine. It's a sweet wine named Moscato.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And it's good to drink it at the end of the meal. And because it's we say is what can kill the coffee.
Okay.
After the coffee, you can kill the coffee with a glass of Moscato, yes.
Okay, great. And Marcia, do you have a comment? Okay, and I'm sorry, Marwa. And Richard, do you have your microphone working? Okay, it doesn't sound like it. And so, Ahmed, do you have a comment?
Unfortunately, I don't have. Actually, I never try wine before.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. And so the next time that you see some grapes, some table grapes, you can you'll know how they're and why they're produced so big.
Yeah, exactly. Sure.
All right. Great. All right. So and then Russell, is that you? Alpha Pilot, is that you, Russell? All right. And so a final comment, Hamid?
Okay, I prefer to eat for grape, and I don't want to try drinking wine.
Okay. All right. So you're going to stay with the grapes. Sorry, Diego, do you have your microphone working? Okay. And then a final comment from you, Julissa.
Well, I don't know what to say. I try some very, very small grapes, and these small grapes are very sweet, are sweeter than the bigger grapes.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yeah, some very black grapes. These are
Right.
very sweet.
Yeah, and so yeah, that's part of this marketing idea where people need big fruit. Everything is big in the United States. You need to sell big drinks and big hamburgers and now big fruit. All right. And so thank you to all of you for your participation. Yeah, I'm sorry that people's microphones are not working. Richard or yeah. Diego, yeah, I'm sorry. And so I'm going to end the class now, but I'll be back to teach another class in a couple of hours. And so I hope to see you later. If not, all the best, and I'll see you soon.
See you, yeah, thank you.
See you, bye.
Appreciate Geoff. Appreciate it. Thank you.